All right, guys, it is time to put another creature on the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index. Now, we are currently in the Amazon rainforest in Peru, and this is the first time we've ever visited this country, which means literally everything that bites and stings is on today's menu. All right, nets up and the search is on. Here we go. Wow, this place is incredible. This isn't my first time in the Amazon rainforest, but certainly my first time in this part. So everything out here is going to be brand new. Gotta watch out for those wandering spiders. Oh, guys, I might have our first contender right here. Look at that caterpillar. Are you kidding me? That thing is wild looking. It almost looks like a chandelier. Look at that upside down. Look at all those little tufts at the end of its bristles. That is crazy. I've never seen a caterpillar like this. Now, there are a lot of species of caterpillars out here in this rainforest. And of course, all of these caterpillars will form cocoons and then hatch into a moth or a butterfly. The big question that I'm curious about, is this one of the venomous stinging caterpillars of the Amazon? There's really only one way to test, and that is, unfortunately for me, to give it a little rub on my arm. If this is one of the stinging caterpillars, we will of course put it on the Bite Sting Index. First, we gotta find out if we have a real contender. All right, I'm just gonna give it a gentle rub and we'll see. On three. 1, 2, 3. All right, give it a good rub there. Let's see what happens. I don't feel any sensation of a sting, but sometimes it could be a delayed reaction. Sometimes it could take a minute, just like the danky mushy of Japan. At first, I did feel a shock, but it wasn't until about an hour after those stings that I started to feel the full systemic reaction, which included numbness of the gums, teeth, and mouth, and my feet and my hands went totally numb. I'm thinking, guys, we just have a very unique looking caterpillar on our hands. No sting reaction from this one, so that means our search continues. Let's put this little guy back on his leaf and keep heading down this trail. While that caterpillar was super unique, we still need to find an insect worthy of the Bite Sting Index. There are literally millions of species that live in this jungle, so it's only a matter of time until we find our creature. Oh, here's some. Oh, spider wasp. Oh, I got it. I got it. Oh, look at that, guys. It's a type of tarantula hawk. Hang on. Hold on. What is this? It's not a wasp. Hold on, I gotta get it in the jar. Hold on. We might have something really cool. Oh, we've got a mimic. It looks just like a tarantula hawk. It definitely bites, and I'm definitely gonna put it on the Bite Sting Index. Let's go set up the table. All right, here we go. And there we have the next contender for the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index, the mimicking assassin hawk. Let's get it out of this field vial and into this clear container so we can take a much closer look. Try to do a clean transfer here. Net man ready? Guys, we've got a net off camera just in case I lose this assassin bug. All right, always get a little nervous when I have a rare insect that we will never find again if it flies away. This is not a wasp at all. It is an assassin bug, a completely different type of insect, but it has adapted to look like a spider wasp to ward off predators. This particular assassin bug has evolved to mimic a notoriously fearsome spider wasp known as the tarantula hawk. Because spider wasps, let's be honest, they're pretty tough creatures. Nothing wants to mess with the tarantula hawk. So by looking like one, you have a good chance at avoiding predation out here in this very competitive environment that is the Amazon rainforest. It is truly unbelievable how good this mimic is. Let's talk real quick about the mimicking characteristics. Those long legs, very indicative of a spider wasp. They use those long legs to grapple spiders where they will paralyze them to lay their larvae inside to later be consumed. So those long legs are a key characteristic of this mimic. In addition to that, the wings. Just looking at them up close like this, they look identical to the tarantula hawk. Let's compare them side by side. That golden hue, the shape, everything screams spider wasp. In addition to those, we have a third mimicking trait, which is the antenna. Let's actually get it out of the container so we can take a much closer look at this. Hey, have you ever wanted to be in a real Brave Wilderness video with us? What if you could step through the screen right now on this side of the adventure? Well, here's your chance. In February of 2027, we're headed to one of the most biodiverse places on the planet, the legendary Osa Peninsula in Costa Rica, and you're invited. For 9 unforgettable days, where we'll explore ancient rainforests, hidden jungle trails, and the crystal clear waters of the Pacific Ocean. Just imagine, you'll get to track wildlife with me and the crew as we search for 3-toed sloths, scarlet macaws, and perhaps even an elusive poison frog. And then we'll even leave land behind to snorkel the vibrant reefs where sea turtles will glide right past you. And all along the way, I'll teach you the secrets of reading the wild like a true naturalist. I'll show you how to spot for hidden creatures, understand the ecosystem and how everything is connected, and we'll also get to witness conservation happening in real time. Oh, and just in case you're wondering, we are not roughing it on this trip. We'll stay in incredible 5-star eco lodges deep in the rainforest and get to relax in jungle retreats that most people will never get to experience. This is not just a trip. This is your chance to become part of Brave Wilderness, up close, immersive, and co-starring right next to me and the crew. We only have 20 spots available on our Costa Rican adventure for Becoming Brave Part 2. So click the link in the description, and to the bravest of you watching, I will see you in the jungle. See if I can get a good grab right out the gate. Perfect grab. Got it. You can see there's a part of the antenna that are tipped almost an orange color. That is very indicative of a spider wasp. There are many tarantula hawks that have that identical coloration to the tips of their antenna. But look beyond that. There's these little wispy tips to the antenna that are hard to see, and that has to be intentional, because if they were easy to see, it would be a giveaway that it's not a mimic. But that's about where the similarities end. Now let's take a look at some of the differences that, in my opinion, make this creature look even more menacing than your ordinary tarantula hawk. Take a look at the back. Look at the back of the exoskeleton of this assassin bug. It is covered in spikes. It looks to have at least 7 protruding spikes. And let me see how sharp these are. Oh my gosh, those are like little thorns. If you were to go in to just grab this assassin bug, you would immediately feel the effect of those spikes. I have a feeling they would cut through the skin with ease. Now let's look at the underside. So you can see we have an aposematic patterning on the underside. You have those 6 spots. And usually you see this on stinging insects. You see this on bees, you see this on wasps. So everything about this creature gives you an aposematic warning signal. Aposematic means don't touch me because I'm dangerous. This assassin bug actually wields a very potent weapon. You see that elephant trunk looking appendage there? That is the assassin bug's proboscis. Now assassin bugs are predators, just like the name sounds, and they go in and assassinate their prey. And the way they do it is by wielding that proboscis to inject an enzyme that immediately incapacitates their prey and liquefies it from the inside out so it can be slurped up like a milkshake. Now I have been bitten by an assassin bug once before for the Bite Sting Index. For those of you who remember the Bornean assassin bug, that one put on quite the wallop to my arm. However, this one looks a whole lot more menacing, and I have a feeling could rank a lot higher. I also have to remind everyone that there is a risk involved with taking a bite from any assassin bug, and it will require a certain follow-up to the hospital. And that's because assassin bugs are capable of carrying a parasite that can cause Chagas, which is a silent killer. It's a long-term disease that takes hold over many, many years, up to 10 years after the bite is inflicted, and you can develop things like heart disease and even organ failure. And I will definitely need to get tested for weeks after this experiment. So let's just say the aftermath of this bite will continue for a little while longer. But I know this is gonna hurt a lot. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. It's time to enter the bite zone with the assassin hawk. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. Is it possible this is an assassin bug mimic? No matter what I did, the assassin hawk refused to bite my arm. And as the minutes ticked by, I started to wonder if this was even an assassin bug at all. So to find out, I leaned in for a much closer look at its proboscis. Ow! Yep, Yeah, it's definitely an assassin bug. Yeah. It just does not want to bite me. So we're gonna have to induce a bite, and to do that, I'm gonna need a little help. Why does everybody say hi to Chris Catola? Chris, why don't you come on in here? You're gonna be my extra set of hands, and actually if you come on this side, what I'm gonna need you to do is to carefully, with the forceps, unfold the proboscis and put it on my skin, and then I'm gonna let it take a bite. Ready? Oh, yep, something's happening. See it fishing around?
See it moving around, yeah.
Yep, something's happening. Ah, I think it's good. It's like, it's giving me like little test bites. Like, come on. I see the mouth part? Ah, yeah, okay, yep, it's biting me. Yep, oh yeah, okay. I just wanna make sure it's a good bite. Oh, I just wanna make sure it's good. Ah, yeah, it's in. Ah, yeah, it got me. Ah, it's biting me. Yep, that hurts. Yes, it's biting. It's definitely biting. Yeah, it's in, okay. That is definitely the hardest bite test I've ever had to perform. Thanks for helping, Chris. I appreciate that. All right. See that little slice? Here, let's put the assassin bug back in the container. That definitely hurts. Burns. It burns right in the epicenter of that bite. You can see there, I wouldn't call that blood, but you can see a couple of like blood spots in the center of the bite. And the good one is where it really got in there with the proboscis. And it feels like a sparky little flame underneath the skin, but very, very focused, not radiating like a tarantula hawk would. When it comes to insects you should not fear, this assassin bug has to be close to the top of the list. Now, where will the assassin hawk rate on the BSI? Truth be told, we still have to wait a little bit longer to see how this aftermath goes. Right now, the pain of this bite is tolerable. I can definitely deliver full lines to you right now, but will it flare up in the next 24 hours, dramatically increasing its aftermath score? Only time will tell, but you don't have to wait a second. We're gonna skip ahead and tell you where this insect rates on the BSI right now. Roll it, guys. On intimidation, the assassin hawk is one dangerous looking insect. At first glance, it looks almost exactly like a tarantula hawk, and that resemblance alone definitely had me on edge. That impressive mimicry combined with its aposematic warning colors sends a clear message to any would-be predator. Back off, I pack a punch. And even knowing that it wasn't actually a tarantula hawk, I still couldn't shake that feeling of unease. So for that, I give it an 8.4 out of 10 on intimidation. For pain, it took a few attempts before this assassin hawk bit my arm, but once it finally committed, it didn't hold back. The bite came forcefully and immediately followed by an intense burning sensation. It felt very much like a hot poker being driven right into the center of my skin. An instant burn that I won't soon forget, but I have to say, it wasn't quite as bad as I expected, so I give it a 7.2 out of 10 for pain. Now for the aftermath. Oh boy. The swelling and irritation around the bite site stuck around for a couple of days. But my biggest concern wasn't what I could see on my arm, it was what I couldn't see. Being bitten by an assassin bug meant I always had the possibility of contracting the deadly disease known as Chagas. So the anxiety of that alone bumps up the score significantly. But then, of course, I had to go in for the test, the blood test. And luckily, they came back completely negative. Had those tests been positive, the aftermath could have easily been a 10. But this time, it got away with a 7.5, giving the assassin hawk a total BSI score of a 7.7. All this to say, this assassin bug sure does look a whole lot like a tarantula hawk, but when it comes to pain, the original reigns supreme. And for those of you who want to join us for Becoming Brave Part 2, don't wait. Click that link in the description. Costa Rica, Osa Peninsula, February 2027, only 20 spots available. We'll see you out there, guys.